What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome to the installation tutorial for Vanilla Expanded Dispatch Gang and Action by X3M Gamer on 5mods.com. Don't forget to like, follow, and bookmark your favorite mods on 5mods.com. If you remember from my Gangland video, this was one of the top mods I used to get the gang element and police action into my game, and I also used this mod to be able to replace the gangs with real life gangs. So first and foremost, we are going to start with installing this mod. All links are down in the description. Also, please take the time to read the description for VEDGA. It's really easy and simple to follow along. There's no reason why you cannot get this installed if you just follow directions. So I guess that's why I'm here. To get this to work properly, there's going to be several things we need. We are going to need Open4. We're going to need a game config. You can either use F7YOs or you can use dilapidated, updated June 22nd game config. Links in the description. We'll also need heap adjuster. We'll also need pack limit adjuster. Right here, we'll need pack limit adjuster. And they also suggest having open all interiors as well as simple trainer. Okay, so let's just get started with getting Vanilla Expanded Dispatch Gang in Action installed first, and then we'll go down the line for everything else. So what you want to do is we are going to need Open4. I've got Open4 right here in my top right of the screen. And what we want to do is install the game config first. So here on the left, I've got FY70's game config. I'm going to be clicking on this GTA config v31 folder right here. I'm also going to be using the for more mods option. I'm going to click on that folder. And here you can choose to go with just the stock traffic that's in the game. Or if your computer can handle it, you're going to have 5 times the traffic and 5 times the peds. Now, this is only if your computer can handle it. You may experience some frame loss if you go any higher. So we'll just go with the stock traffic for now. And you'll see we have this game config.xml. Over here inside of Open4, what we want to do is we want to click on the edit mode. We'll click on our mods folder, update x64. Oops, my bad. No, we'll click on our mods folder. We'll go to update.rpf, common data, and we're going to scroll on down until we see our game config. Now, there's 2 ways we can do this. You can drag your downloaded game config to somewhere on your computer, right click, go to replace, and then locate that XML file somewhere on your computer. Or like me, if you're using WinRAR, you can drag it straight from the archive into Open4 like I'm about to do right now. Boom. So we just dragged in our stock traffic game config into Open4, and we can now close that. So next up, we are going to be installing before we get to VEDGA, let's install our pack limit adjuster. So here's our pack limit adjuster, and here on the bottom right of my screen is my GTA 5 main directory. Whatever directory you're using, whether it's Rockstar Games, Steam, or in my case Epic, you want to get to your main GTA 5 directory, and you just want to select these 2 files, this ASI file and this configuration settings file. And you're going to simply drag and drop those into your main directory. Now, I've already got them installed, so I will not be overriding those. But once you have those 2 files dropped into your main GTA 5 directory, you're good to move on to the next installation. Now we're going to focus on the heap adjuster. Okay, this is the same thing, ASI and a configuration file. Anytime you see an ASI file, it will always go in the main GTA 5 directory. So again, we'll just select those files, drag and drop them just like that. I've already got them installed, so you know the drill. Now that you have your heap adjuster installed, we are now going to install VEDGA version 5.1.2. Open up your archive, click on this folder. Now you're presented with a few things. Optionals file, which we'll look at last. A README document, which you can always look at if you want. It'll give you links to everything required. as well as this OIV file. An OIV file is an Open4 file. It's like an automatic installer. So the cool thing with these is you could either drag this to somewhere on your computer, and inside of Open4 you can go to Tools, Package Installer, or you can literally just double click the OIV package like this, and it will begin to run the package installer. All right, again, they inform you of things you will need for requirements if you don't already have them. And it says important to note, make sure your DirectX version is DirectX 11. All right, so what you would do to install this, if you have not already, is click Install, Mods, and then you would click Install again to get the process going. Since I've already installed it and I've made my own modifications, I will not be clicking Install. But if you have not installed this already, you'll make sure you want to click Install on that last step, and then it'll take some time. But once it's done, we can take a look at our VEDGA files inside of our DLC packs. So the top of Open4, I'm going to click on my mods subdirectory. Oh no. Okay, so I had a little snafu. We got Open4 back up and running. So here on the right, I'm going to click on my mods folder, update, x64, DLC packs, and at the very bottom here, you'll see that we have our VEDGA DLC pack. All right, now the Open4 file that we used to install it has already placed the item line we need in our DLC list, so we won't need to do that. It's already installed. Praise Jesus. Let's go ahead and click on this file, or this folder rather. Take a look inside the DLC.rpf, and here you'll see we have different things we can edit. So what this mod is doing is it's adding police tactics, it's adding loadouts, pedestrians, vehicles, and many different types of props, many different types of weapons, vehicles, structures, and of course, it's adding new characters to the game. So it's going to add different clothing, different it's going to add peds that already exist, but it's going to give them different clothing. It's going to give them different options and things like that, like hats and bandanas, just different colored clothings and types of clothings. And what I went ahead and did is I replaced all of the files that are in here. I replaced them with real life gang mods that already existed. So for instance, I used Best Side mods, and I replaced all my ballers with bloods. And I'm thinking I might go ahead and make all the families bloods, because originally this particular mod, which is not free by the way, was supposed to replace all the families, but I went ahead painstakingly and I just renamed everything to match with whatever it is I'm replacing in this folder. So that's going to be in a different video, guys, but for right now we've got our VEDGA, oh my gosh, our VEDGA installed. So let's go ahead and take a look inside the game and make sure everything's working properly. Okay, and there's one last thing we had to do. We were going to take a look at some of those options. So if we go back in our VEDGA folder, we have our optionals files here. In here we have aggressive chase AI. We can enable army at 5 stars. We can disabled instant 3 stars, and no tactical animations or often gang wars. Let's take a look at what the installation for often gang wars means, and what that means is just what it sounds like. You're going to see lots of gang violence periodically throughout the city of Los Santos, happening occasionally, dang near every 10 seconds. So let's click on this installation, and it just says that we need to put the relationships.dat inside of our mods update.rpf common data folder. Okay, so we will be replacing our relationships data. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to drag this somewhere on my computer. Okay, it went somewhere. Here it is. Our relationships.dat is right there. Let's go ahead and let's launch Open4. I'm gonna go to my mods subfolder, update.rpf common data. I'm going to make sure I enable edit mode. Okay, and if we take a look inside here, we are going to see a relationships.dat file. Let's see. It's in here somewhere. Trust me. Oh, duh, it's right here. So let's say that I do want to replace my relationships.data file, but first I want to back it up. Maybe I want to go back to this later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to find somewhere on my computer, and I am going to simply just place it into a folder called backups. I just want to come back to it later. And what I'm going to do is inside of Open4, I'm going to simply drag the relationships.data, the original one, and just place it somewhere on my computer where I can come back for it later. Now I'm going to replace the relationships.dat file. I'm going to right click it, go down to replace, and then I'm going to locate it on my desktop. Excuse me. There it is, relationships.dat. Let's go ahead and click open, and it has changed. Alrighty, so there we go. We now will have often gang wars happening. Let's take a look back in our optionals folder again. Now what we want to do is maybe we want to disable instant 3 stars. Let's go ahead and click on that. Let's take a look inside that README document. And it's saying this file disables the instant 3 stars when killing cops. Not all cops are affected. Killing some cops can still give you 3 stars. Unfortunately, this file isn't perfect since it makes some cops' AI not detect obvious crimes. Do you want to install that? Well, that's up to you, but I'll show you how to get to it. So it's saying that we need to go to our mods, update, x64, DLC packs, VEDGA, and place it inside of the DLC.rpf. So it is optional if you want to replace your peds.meta, which would be right here. Again, you can back this up by dragging it somewhere on your computer, and then you can in turn replace it with the peds.meta. Me personally, I'm not going to make that change, but you can if you'd like. So now that we have all that stuff installed, you can choose to install the other optionals. It's going to be the same method. If you go inside that folder, it's going to say that you can, it's going to give you the option as to where to install that. So without further ado, let's hop inside of our game and let's see if any of these have taken hold, and let's see what the effects of their installation brings forth. Alright guys, we're going to test out police response. We're going to see a couple of different gang war scenarios played out with the VEDGA mod. Of course, you already know about the installation. Oh, and there we go. We're kicking this off with a gang shootout happening right across the street. Oh, dang. You can even notice this detective's got a whole different new jacket you've probably never seen in the game. Detective vehicles, they now roam the streets as well as other unmarked squad cars. Well, let's go ahead and check out another area, and we'll test out some more of the mechanics. What happens if you shoot a police officer?
You waste my fucking time, you're gonna fucking pay. Fucking maricon. Oh my God, are you blind? Cover me.
Oh, someone's about to get shot. Okay, cops are everywhere. So Let's test out what happens if we kill a cop. What? Alright, so we just laid hands on this officer, and that's an automatic 3 stars. They got new units on us, which means they're probably about to have some juggernauts roll up on us at any minute. And I think these are juggernaut units now. Yep. Alright, let's see some more gang action and violence. Let's take a trip back to the hood and see what's all good.
Gangrene kills all enemies.
Marks ain't shit. Nowhere. Bitch. Find the motherfucker. It's Dirty Davis gang. I'ma kill you.
And there you have it, folks. This is the Vanilla Expanded Dispatch Gang and Action in action. I hope this tutorial was helping you. I know a lot of people had problems getting it installed, but hopefully this addressed your problems. In the next video I make, I will show you how to replace the gangsters within the DLC pack with some custom peds that you may find, or from Best Side Mods. I'm your guy V3RY H1 to the GH. I hope this video helped you out. Stay safe, stay dangerous. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Peace.